Welcome to one of the wildest, most breathtaking regions on Earth. A place where towering mountains meet massive glaciers, where wild rivers cut through untouched valleys, and where ancient indigenous cultures still leave their mark on the land. Today we're exploring the incredible Alaska-Yukon border wilderness, a UNESCO World Heritage Site made up of 4 legendary protected areas: Kluane National Park and Reserve, Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve, Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, and Tatshenshini-Alsek Provincial Park. This is the largest internationally protected area on the planet, preserving pristine ecosystems and world-class scenery that stretches from the rugged coastlines of Alaska to the vast icefields of Canada's Yukon. Let's dive in. Spanning over 9.8 million hectares, this UNESCO site protects one of the wildest, most remote and ecologically intact places left on Earth. Here, you'll find the largest non-polar ice field in the world, thousands of glaciers, and some of North America's highest mountain peaks. From glaciated valleys to lush temperate rainforests and rugged coastal fjords, the landscapes here are nothing short of extraordinary. Wildlife flourishes in these protected lands. Grizzly bears, caribou, Dall sheep, wolves, humpback whales, orcas, and bald eagles roam freely just as they have for thousands of years. Recognized by UNESCO in 1979 and expanded in 1994, this area is not only a natural treasure, it's a living, breathing piece of human and indigenous history. Let's start in Yukon, Canada with Kluane National Park and Reserve. Home to Mount Logan, the tallest mountain in Canada at 5,959 meters, Kluane is a land of towering peaks, sprawling boreal forests, and massive glaciers. It's also the heart of the southern Tatshenshini First Nations traditional territory, whose cultural sites are scattered throughout the park. Wildlife thrives here. Grizzly bears, black bears, caribou, wolves, and Dall sheep roam the land. The park's backcountry is almost entirely roadless, offering visitors pure wilderness experiences. Access is through the Alaska Highway via Haines Junction, where you'll find a visitor center and a few campgrounds, but the real magic lies far beyond the beaten path. Next, we cross the border into Alaska, USA, and enter the mighty Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve, the largest national park in the United States. At its heart lies the enormous Bagley Icefield, North America's largest subpolar icefield, feeding massive glaciers and carving deep valleys. The park's landscapes are classic Alaska: active volcanoes, vast tundra, braided rivers, and spruce forests. Human history is rich here too, with indigenous Athabascan, Ayak, and Tlingit peoples calling these lands home for thousands of years. Even today, subsistence lifestyles continue, alongside preserved sites like the historic Kennecott copper mines. Moving southeast to the coast, we reach Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, a place of Ice Age legacies and dramatic coastal wilderness. This massive bay, once filled by a gigantic glacier, now hosts over 50 named glaciers, towering ice cliffs, and miles of fjords. It's a place where you can witness calving glaciers dropping house-sized icebergs into the sea. Wildlife is everywhere. Humpback whales, orcas, sea otters, and puffins all thrive here, alongside brown bears roaming the shorelines. For the Huna Tlingit people, this is sacred land, known as Elias, which they reclaimed after advancing glaciers displaced them in the 1700s. Visitors usually arrive by boat or cruise ship, as Glacier Bay has no road access beyond the small community of Gustavus. Finally, we explore Tatshenshini-Alsek Provincial Park in British Columbia, Canada. This remote park lies just west of Kluane and north of Glacier Bay, protecting rugged mountains, ancient glaciers, and powerful rivers like the Tatshenshini and Alsek. Known for its legendary rafting routes, paddlers from around the world come to navigate these wild rivers through untouched wilderness. The area also includes Mount Fairweather, British Columbia's tallest peak at 4,633 meters. For centuries, the Tlingit and southern Tatshenshini peoples used these valleys for fishing, hunting, and trade routes, linking the coast to the Yukon interior. One of the most remarkable aspects of this UNESCO site is its deep connection to indigenous peoples. For the southern Tatshenshini, Atna Athabascans, Yakutat Tlingit, and Ayak, these lands have always been home. Oral histories, cultural landmarks, and sacred sites are still found throughout these parks. In 1979, UNESCO recognized Kluane and Wrangell St. Elias for their natural and cultural importance. By 1994, Glacier Bay and Tatshenshini-Alsek were added, creating one of the largest transboundary protected ecosystems on Earth. Getting here isn't easy, and that's part of the adventure. Kluane is accessed via the Alaska Highway. Wrangell St. Elias by gravel roads from Chitina or Glenallen. Glacier Bay requires a flight or boat from Juneau, and Tatshenshini-Alsek can be reached by river trips or via the Haines Highway corridor. Summer from June to September is the best time to visit with long days, milder weather, and most facilities open. Activities include hiking, flight seeing, wildlife viewing, glacier tours, and rafting. Backcountry camping and guided expeditions are also popular for those seeking deeper wilderness experiences. This vast wilderness is one of the last places on Earth where ecosystems still function the way they have for millennia. Unbroken, untamed, and unbelievably beautiful. A place where mountains rise, glaciers flow, rivers roar, and ancient cultures continue to honor their lands. If you're a nature lover, an adventurer, or someone who simply appreciates the raw power of the natural world, this UNESCO World Heritage Site belongs on your lifetime list. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the wilds of the Alaska-Yukon borderlands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible travel stories from the world's most remote places. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.